Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? People said they weren't hearing me talking, and I was talking. I think I fixed it. Oh, great. Now you do. Terrific. Thank you. Hey, hi, everybody. Welcome to Everythingburg, a city that I have built entirely while streaming so that all of my mistakes and errors can be recorded for posterity. And I think what I'd really like to do is like some rapid expansion, because we've played for several weeks now, and it's a nice town, it's a nice city, but it's on the small end. And I guess it's because when I play single player by myself without streaming, I play for like hours and hours every day. In this Everythingburg city, I've played like once a week for 1 hour a week. And so I've been playing it for a while, and it's still so small, and that's weird. And I want to really make it larger today. So I think the first thing we need to do is buy some new land. And that means we need to decide what direction to grow in. Now, originally, the whole reason I had started this game and live streaming was so I could use the new fishing boats in the last DLC, which had just come out when I started this city. So I had built the city in the direction of this river, and we're here now. We have these lovely businesses, riverside businesses here. We could start putting in fishing boats and stuff, except all this water here is super polluted because I put my sewage pipes here, not realizing they would just destroy the environment. I thought they'd flow in that direction away, but they didn't. So I don't want to put fishing boats here. I don't actually know if the game would not work or have a problem with fishing in polluted waters, but just from a role play standpoint, it seems like a bad idea. So I think what I'd like to do is build fishing industry down in these river areas where there's no pollution. And I could do that by buying, let's buy some land. We could buy this land right here. And that's probably the easiest way, because then the city can just grow along the highway in this direction. I actually really love the idea of buying this piece of land over here, though, because then I can build a cool bridge over the river to get to it, and I like bridges. Bridges are neat. But probably the smarter thing to do is to just go over here. Let's just buy this piece here, and then we can expand the city without having to build a big expensive bridge, and we'll be right by the highway. I'm going to accelerate time until morning. So we'll be right by the highway, which is really convenient. We could probably put another highway access point here, maybe a four-way highway access. And then we have a lot of land here we could expand the city on. I mean, we can put fishing along the river here, but we can also put in more housing and industry up here too. Now, is this agriculture? A good fertile... Yeah, these little splotches here are great agriculture land for farming. So we could put in some specialized industry here and get some farming going. Oh, there's a little bit of oil right there, and there's some ore in these mountains that we don't own. There's a ton of oil. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of oil 1 square over if we want to get into the oil business. And this forest here is obviously great for forestry. So we could do some specialized industry with farming and forestry, which is sustainable and good for the environment. And also, we don't own the place where there's oil and ore yet, so but as a politician, I would come out and say we're going to invest in sustainable uh, industry, and I'd sound like I'm a big, green person and get all the green votes, and then be like, and as soon as I own the land where all that oil is, put up the smokestacks, baby, because we're gonna dig for oil later too, or drill for oil. I guess you don't dig for oil. If you're digging for oil, you're probably doing it wrong. But anyway, let's start getting... I don't really need this. I don't need to build a highway connection here. I mean, oh, slow down time because it is daytime. It is a highway connection, but I don't need to build a highway going across. What makes more sense is probably just a regular road system and just have on-off ramps to connect a regular road to the highway. Okay, let's do... we could just do 2-lane one-way roads and then connect them up into something like a 4-lane road with decorative trees or whatever. Let's do something like that. Let's do something like that. This is going to go farming here and trees here. I also need to make space though for more housing. And of course the fishing industry, which is the whole point of all of this. Well, that'll all go along the coastline, so no problem. Making things connect to the highway is always really difficult for me. For some reason, I get confused with all the on-off ramps and the loop-de-doop-dees it takes to be going in both directions, and you don't want to have an intersection, obviously. It would destroy the whole point of having a highway. You want it to all be merging on and off so that nobody ever has to stop. Maybe they have to slow down to let people in, but they don't ever have to stop. So, okay, so we've got... Oh, I think it's doing the autosave thing. It always slows down just a few minutes after I start playing. There we go, and inadvertently ended up with a really pretty view, too. Like, this is actually a really nice, that's a really nice picture. Really nice camera angle there. Of course, all this beautiful wilderness is going to become buildings soon, if everything goes correctly. Alright, let's get some on-off ramps. We've got our roads here, and this part's easy enough. Yeah, this part, it's the rest of it that gets confusing. But okay. So you're going along the highway here, going towards our city, and you want to get off, going to the right. That's easy enough. But what if you're on and you're in this lane going in this direction, and you want to go to the left instead of the right? We need a loopity-doopity to get you to this lane here going in that direction. So let's turn on the freeform road tool, and we're going to start going off this way, and let's do that. I think we're going to have to do this in 2 clicks. Okay. Okay, that works. And then if you're going down this way and you want to go that way, you're going to get off here and do a loop-de-doop-de. Like that. Okay. So now if you're on the highway going in that direction, you can get off and go right, or you can get off and go left. And you can do the same going in the other direction. But now, if you're on the little road that I just built, you can get off here and go north by this camera angle. But how do you get off and go south? Okay, that's going to be this. And we're going to loop-de-doop-de, and we're going to go lose some elevation. And this isn't going to connect. So I got this mod called Move It, which is really great because it lets you move things after you've placed them, which is fantastic because without that mod, the only way to move things after you place it is to bulldoze it and place it again, which is not always a lot of fun. Okay, so I mean, obviously looking at this, I need another loop-de-doop-de over here. I just have to think which direction is this loop-de-doop-de going. I think it's going from the tiny road, tiny elevated road going to the right, to the big highway on the ground going up. Okay. That, I mean, my highways never look very professional, but this doesn't look bad, really. I think. I mean, the little loop-de-doopties here are not all symmetrical. They're not all the same size and shape, but it's super hard for me to do those. But I think they're functional, and you know, they're okay. This is actually, of all the highway interchanges I've created, this one is one of the better ones. Even though it's still ugly, really, but it looks okay. Oh yeah, crafting rogue. I don't like roundabouts in real life, but the fact is I do use them in City Skylines a lot because gosh darn it, they actually work for traffic in this video game. I just don't like driving on them. I get confused. But speaking of roundabouts, it would probably be a good idea to put a roundabout here and here coming off of the highway if we're going to split up and go in all these different directions. Slightly off topic, what is with the terrain over here? It almost looks like this is a dried up riverbed. Oh, there's even a broken down boat. Yeah, a rusted out broken down boat in here. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this must have, the idea must be that this used to be a lake and a river going out this way, and it all dried up. And now it's all just kind of brown and dead, and there's a boat in it. I love that. That's really cool. What a neat little realistic twist. Okay, so I am going to put in a roundabout here because I think when the city gets bigger, it's going to need one to not have terrible traffic. So we're going to do one-way roads using the round tool, and we're just going to make a bunch of 90-degree corners here that all go together. Boop-de-boop. And then I'm going to use the freeform tool so that this can kind of curve off. And this can kind of curve on. And let's do the same thing over here. I always feel a little silly when I'm laying in these types of big fancy road projects when I don't actually have any traffic yet. Because it's like, there's no need for a roundabout and everything yet. Because there's no houses here yet. Actually, this roundabout looks terrible. Or, yeah, I didn't do this right. I messed that up somehow. But the whole idea behind this roundabout is that there will be traffic, and because I'm in the freeform tool. Oh, ding dong. That's my problem. There we go. It's planning ahead. I'm building all these big road projects now because I think we'll need them later. And it's easier to put it in now than to put them in later when I'd have to bulldoze a bunch of people's houses and businesses and stuff. Okay, so we are ready to start building over here. So let's start by putting in a 4-lane road. You know, I could do something with mass transit. Tram tracks, trolley bus. Oh, we haven't unlocked monorails yet. I really like monorails. I have never actually done a tram or a trolley bus before. We could put in a tram just for fun. I think I'm gonna do that. We're gonna experiment, everybody. We're gonna have a tram. And we're just gonna run this right down the center of this whole area. And we're gonna connect it up right there to the main city that already exists. And then I think we're going to upgrade this whole road to a 4-lane with trams. And then we don't really need 2 of these over here, so we're just going to connect that in like that. And then I don't know what our options for trams are as far as getting off this road. Let's go over here. Where are the trams? Okay, here we got tram stations. Here we've got some tram roads. Here's the one we used. Now, can I build a tram without a road? I guess that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? One-way tram track. Oh, maybe that's what I'm looking for. Okay, what if I build... What if I build just an elevated tram here that goes over the roundabout, and then we put in a new... Oops, too high up. And then we put in a new 4-lane road using tram tracks over there. And then we just have this tram station connect down, or tram line, oops, connect into that. Okay, I think this is looking good. And now we need a tram depot to send out trams. So let's put that right there, and then we're going to need electricity. Okay, it's nighttime, so I'm going to accelerate time so that it gets to be morning. We're going to need to run power out to our new city area. So let's run some power lines out here. Boy, when we start actually building buildings, this is going to get real exciting. Right now, it's kind of weird. Oh, what is Move It doing? Oh, Move It didn't grab the actual... Oh, man, I think I'm using Move It wrong. Oh, man. Okay, that's the node. I screwed up the power lines by moving the graphic of the pole without moving the actual gameplay element of the power line pole thing. Okay, so we've got a line for electricity. Let's also bring in some water. We're going to need to expand our electricity and water infrastructure, too, if we build a whole bunch of stuff over here. We're going to need more power plants. We're going to need more water sucker-uppers and more sewage processing. All that kind of stuff. Never mind schools, hospitals, fire departments, all that. But that's the stuff that's easy to remember. For whatever reason, it's hard sometimes for me to remember, oh, I need to build more power plants when I build a million new buildings. Okay. Let's, I want to get the tram working, even though we haven't really gotten the, anything for the tram to go to yet. Okay, well, it can go, so the tram will go and connect to the existing city. So hopefully the tram will be a really convenient way for people to, oh, can this, I may need to put in a tram loopy-doopy here. Oh, wait, is this a tram? It is. Okay, let's... Can we just do this? It looks terrible. Let's try to do something that looks halfway nice. And rebuild the power line we bulldozed. Okay, so now we've got a loopy-doopy for the tram line. Okay. We have a, and there it is. There's the tram. Dinging its little bell as it heads out for business. Okay. We have highway access. We have tram access. All we need is a reason for people to actually want to access this area, and that is going to come with zoning some stuff. So I think I want to make this between the road and the highway is going to be Forestry Industry. And then between the road and the river will be residential. And of course, we will put in some fishing industry stuff there, because that was the whole point. Fishing maybe I'll put over here. Anyway, let's build the industry first, because we have the greatest demand is for industry. So we're going to paint an industry district over here. This area, some of this area could have been oil too, but we're going to do forestry. And we're going to need a road. I could build a road off of here with tram tracks, but that's okay. For now, let's just get the industry going. Oh man, I'm going to bulldoze my power lines again. Okay. Let's put the power lines back. And now let's go into industry. Okay, I love the... Oh man, I'm in the wrong place. I love the forestry industry stuff because it brings in all kinds of cool looking logging trucks and whatnot. Oh. Okay, well here, forestry main building. We're going to put the forestry main building right here. And that makes this a forestry area and unlocks forestry buildings. Now what happened to the... I thought I saw a warning about the tram line being disconnected. Yeah, why is this disconnected? You're not disconnected, you're fine. Okay. I guess I just needed to think about things after I put in the new road. Oh, you're not getting power? You should be. And you should be getting water. You should be getting power and water. Yeah, I'm going to let that building think for a second. It should be getting all those things. Okay, and then let's put in some small tree things. And let's put in some more road. Going over here. And we'll put in some more small tree things over here. Bam, bam, bam. And that still says it's not getting power. Power lines are connected, and it says it's... Oh. We don't have enough electricity. I know I was talking about how I was going to need more electricity to expand the city, but I didn't think I was going to need it right this very second. I guess we were already at capacity. What about water? Oh my gosh, we're in the red for water sucking up and water sewage expulsion. So yeah. Even though I was thinking about it and talking about it, I still managed to... I just assumed I had enough to, you know, not need to upgrade it right away. Probably what I always assume, I guess, and I'm always wrong, so. Okay, so we've got an eco-friendly poop spigot, but it's not spewing any poop yet. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Now, looking at the two, I mean, the non-environmentally friendly poop spigot, the machine looks messier and dirtier, but the actual stuff coming out of them looks pretty much the same. I really think that the eco poop spigot is exactly the same as the regular one, except with a nice coat of green paint. But I know that the game mechanics really are better when you use that one. You know, maybe I should replace the other two old ones with eco water outlets. Here, I'm going to put in one of those, another eco one, and then tear down one of these bad ones. And then put in a third eco one. Okay. And then I'm going to see if we have good capacity. Come on, turn on. Come on, start spewing the poop. There we go. All right, let's look at water. Yeah, we're in the green now. And who knows? Maybe the eco... We need to buy this piece of land so we can move these all over here. And maybe the water will stop going towards our city that way. The pollution, I should say. What about electricity? Our water problems are solved. Electricity is in the green, but we don't exactly have a huge surplus. Let me throw in a few more windy thingies. Alright. That should give us plenty of electricity, and plenty of drinking water, and plenty of toilet water. And now we can go back over here. And let's look for... Oh! Why can't I place this? Not enough money. I spent all my money on eco-friendly poop spigots. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit. Okay, well, while I'm waiting, we can also start putting in some housing down here and some shops. There's not much demand for housing, but there is some. And if we're going to put in an industry over here, it makes sense that people working in the forestry industry might want to be able to buy a house close to it, close to where they work. So let's just put in, right here, let's just put in some light commercial. Because people living here are going to need stores to shop at, and they're going to need restaurants to get their food at, to eat at. Okay, well, let's put in some light residential and some light commercial. And let's connect them to electricity. Okay, I guess we could go right across here. Yeah. And I think they already have water. Yep, they're already connected to water. And they will need all those city services I talked about. They're going to need a fire department. Good grief, the forestry industry is going to need a fire department. If the forestry buildings catch fire, it'll be an honest-to-goodness forest fire. Let's put in a police station, because we're really far away from all the other police stations. And we will need an elementary school. And now we have even less money than before. So we're going to let the game run for a little bit while we collect some money. Let's look at the tram network that we just set up. Tram line 1. Let's name this the Forest Line, since it's connecting our forestry industry to the city. And since it's about forestry, let's make it a nice green color. Okay. Well, since it turned on, I guess we've had our weekly passengers. We've had 15 passengers riding the tram last week, so it's doing something. It'll do a lot more business once we have more, you know, stuff for people to take the tram to. Oh, I hit the wrong button, but that's okay. This is actually really pretty. And this is driving right by the new part of the city we're building. Oh, and this is a bus? No. I was trying. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. There we go. Following our tram. I love the little bell it rings whenever it's stopping to pick up people. That is actually really cool. And you saw the little people standing there and getting on and everything? That's pretty cool. I think I like the tram quite a bit. I've never used a tram before. I like it. I like the tram. Okay, let's look at our industry a bit. I'd like to grow our forestry industry. What do we need to do that? I think at the beginning all we really need is time. Oh! I remember what I got stuck on. I was going to build a processing plant for all of these trees, a sawmill. We're cutting up all these trees, but we're not doing anything with them. We need a sawmill. I guess I should just put it in the corner here. Okay. And then that interrupted our power lines, I think. Maybe I should just build a second set of power lines to make sure that things don't get disrupted. Oh man, what did I do? We need one going across the road there. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's fixed. So now we've got 2 sawmills. A little logging truck should start taking the trees they cut down to the sawmills to be processed. It may just take a little time. Okay, there's usually some kind of storage shed too. Small log yard. Here we go. Place for them to store, I don't know, logs, I guess? Okay, let's put that right there. And power is getting around it. Okay, we're good. Alright, they've got some little tree farms to grow some trees, and when they cut them down, they can store them in the log yard, or they can take them to one of 2 sawmills. And if we expand this in a thiswardly direction, we can put in some more little tree farms here to make sure that we're cutting down enough trees to utilize those sawmills. Oh, I didn't mean for those to be fancy roads. The industrial area doesn't need fancy roads. I guess it wouldn't hurt. We could have fancy roads. Man, most of this episode has actually been building roads and tram lines instead of actually growing the city. Okay. Our farm industry is leveled up. It can now build biomass pellets, a furniture factory, sawdust storage, forestry workers' barracks, and a small tree sapling farm. So, our farming industry is a level 2 now, and has unlocked a bunch of new buildings, which we will build. And they're more fun in the daytime when we can see them, but it'll be daytime soon. So now we can build a bigger That's not any bigger. Is it just a different small tree sapling field? A small field with rows of planted tree saplings. Tree sapling fields produce raw forestry products. Doop-de-doop-de-doo, yeah. I guess what we already had was a small tree plantation, and this is a small tree sapling field. I guess there's a difference. I don't know. Sawdust storage. Let's put a sawdust storage place over here. Over here, a biomass pellet plant. We'll turn the trees we cut down into biomass pellets, I guess. That sounds interesting. I think we still need to be growing more actual trees. Running low on money, though. We can put in another one of these doohickeys. Several, in fact. Okay. That should be plenty. Okay. Ivy Woods is 2 stars for level 2 industry. And I think now it's time to go nuts on building along this area, along Prospect Street. All right. Well, Prospect Street, look out! We're going to bring in heavy commercial buildings here. And high density residential. This is about to become a really happening area. And, oh, we got to put in some parks. And since we're on the water, we could put in some water park. Well, not a water park exactly, but water fun things. water recreational doohickeys. I don't know, something. Oh, that's gonna work. Okay, great. So yeah, what is this? A fishing pier, I guess? And what are there? Oh, we're out of money. Dang it. Okay, but people are starting to move in. Oh, our city leveled up, unlocking monorails. I do like building monorails, although I think the only reason I like them is because of that Simpsons episode. But still, monorails! Yay! Monorail, 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 monorail! We'll put in a monorail later. But we will definitely put in a monorail because I love monorails. Okay. All these people want to live by the river. And who can blame them? It's a cool place to be. We could put in a nifty little walking trail. Walking and biking trail. Okay, so if we start... We'll start with a little path right there. Have it go over the street. Have it go over here. And go down there. Okay. So with this, you could live over here and you could just walk to your stores and restaurants and whatnots. And then if we have this cross the street. And it could loopy-doopy over here. And down to there. And then you could have your... Oh, did I break the power lines? Ah, geez. Ah. Okay. Okay, I think I fixed the power lines. Right? Everybody's got... Okay. So now you can... Oh, and let's put in some more... Let's put in a tree farm right here and maybe another factory. Right there. Okay. So now you can have a job working at the tree thing or the biomass factory. You can live over here. You can just walk down here and then walk on this little trail over all the traffic. Don't have to worry about getting hit by a car or the tram line. You can just walk over all of it. Very scenic, lovely little view. Doopty-doopty. Down to here and then go to your job. And when you're done, walk back. And it's a bike lane, so you can ride your bike. On Ride Your Bike to Work Day, bam, you are ready. Don't ride along the side of the street. Ride on this beautiful little walkie path thing. I really like the little walkie path things. I know every time I build them, I get excited. I just think they're cool. Okay. Like that Simpsons episode where Lisa doesn't have a show and tell thing, and Marge is like, you could bring in this potato. Lisa's like, why are you always telling me to bring the potato? What's with you and potatoes? And Marge is like, I just think they're neat. That's me and these darn trails. I just think they're neat. Let's see, we have a little bit of a traffic jam over here. It's not really a jam, I guess. It's just a little bit slower than I would like. Oh, we're getting people parking along the street here. Maybe we should put in a parking lot. The parking lot dealie is also a mod. And I really like it. I really like building parking lots. I don't know why it is. I just think... I like the trails. I just think they're neat. Most of what I do in this game is just because I think it's neat, not because it's necessarily a good idea or going to get me the most points or win the game. I just think it's cool. All right. Now we've got a little parking lot here. And I can go into this mod, this traffic manager mod, and I can say, don't park on the side of the street. And now people are parking in the parking lot. Haha! And this is another great place for one of my much beloved little walking path dealies. There. And it'll just go... There you go. So now if you park in this parking spot, you can take this little walkie thingy over the road, and it's probably not really necessary now that I think about it. All it does is let you cross the road without getting it. But still, you can cross the road without getting run over by a truck. I think that's valuable. What, do you want to get run over by a truck? No. Of course not. Nobody wants that. So, yeah. Maybe my love of these little elevated trails just stems from my general anxiety about crossing the road. Like, let's spend thousands of dollars building elevated thingamajigs everywhere so nobody ever has to cross the road again. If I'm being perfectly honest, that could be why I like them so much. I'm going to change this up so that this is only for turning right. This does need to be for turning left or going straight. I'm going to make this lane only for turning right. And then this lane can be just for going straight, and this can be for going straight. This is where you really get into trouble here, is when this lane can go everywhere. Yeah. Actually, putting the parking lot here might have been a bad idea just for traffic management. Phooey. Oh well, I guess we'll let it go for a while and see if traffic really gets out of control. Another thing maybe I should do is connect up Piper Wilson Street. Oh hey! My forest industry leveled up again! Bigger tree thingies! A printing press! And a larger log yard. Hey, do you have really large logs? Bring them on down to the Piper Wilson large log storage facility. We like your large logs. We can take your large logs. Please give us your largest logs. I'm going to stop that now. I got carried away. I don't know. I just thought something about a large log facility was funny because I am a child. I am a child. Okay. Just having another road to get to this Piper Wilson Street might relieve some of the traffic on this intersection, because this intersection was the only way to get up into the forest industry. Now there's at least a second way you can go. That might help. A big part of this game really is just managing the traffic. As far as actual game mechanics and game challenges, you know, managing your traffic jams and stuff, managing your traffic flow is the hard part of this game. Once you get out of the beginning, money is usually not a problem anymore. I know I had a ton of money problems with this city when it first started because I'm bad at the game. But even me, not being terribly good at the game, managed to claw my way out of that. And like I say, once you get past the beginning stages, money is pretty easy. I mean, I'm running out of money, but I'm never doing it. I'm never running out of money today. I am never today running out of money because the city is losing money and going bankrupt. I'm just running out of money because I'm building these massive construction projects and using it all up. But we're always profitable, so it's just a matter of waiting, and then I get more money. So what if... Can I squeeze another one of these large tree doohickeys? Oh, they must be talking about their new building they're talking about. Must be the monorail. Oh, well, I can't there. I may not be able to fit another one in. Can I put one in on the other side of the road, maybe? No, it would go right over the highway. Oh, what if I do this? If I put that road there, then this can go there. Got it. Problem fixed. I would love to go through and name all of my roads. I always think I'm going to, but I never do. I build faster than I can think of names. We named a couple of them, though. We got YouTube Avenue back at the beginning. I guess I name things once in a while, but I never, like, name every single road. I can't think of that many names. My cities have a huge number of roads. I can't think of enough cool names for all of them. What should we do with this little triangular thing in here? Oh, hey, anybody in the chat want to name something? Oh, thank you, Alinzia. Saying this area looks great. I like it too. Thank you. Alinzia, think of a name for a road. I'll name a road after you in the city. This area along the riverbed is looking pretty good. These houses are nice and big, and I think it would be really cool to be staying in or living in one of these houses, and your view out the window is this river. I mean, what a great view if you live on the river side of the house. If you live on this side, the view's not so good, but if you live on the river side of the house, you have a lovely view. Oh, when I had more money, I wanted to come back here and put in another one of these riverside park things. A jet ski, fishing tours, marina. Let's put in the restaurant here. I love the idea of a restaurant. of having a restaurant out here on the river like this. I think that would be really pretty to go out there and, you know, have some fish food. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. A marina could be nice, too. We should actually put in some fishing industry, since that's why I'm here. And presumably this restaurant's going to want to serve fish. Oh, man, I got to connect a road up to... Does that work? It doesn't look like it works, but I guess the game thinks it does. Maybe I can fix that. Okay. This whole area here looks stupid, but it makes this marina functional, so I guess that's fine. Okay, Alenzia says you should name a road with a walkway Eevee's Walk. And then Potter's Way. Okay, well, you're saying name some streets after my dogs, which I think is a fantastic idea. That is actually a really fantastic idea. A road with a walkway, Eevee's Walk, and then Potter's Way. Well, let's do that. Let's this whole road here that has the tram along it, that is kind of the backbone for all the housing areas here. Let's name this Eevee's Way. It has a couple of walkways over it and such. Okay, Eevee's Way goes all the way down to here. Oh, and it continues down here through the old city. Oh, Eevee's Way actually goes all the way up to this park area here. Eevee's Way ended up being a really big road because it is part of the existing city too. Let's change Prospect Street to Potter's Way. Oh, it was supposed to be Eevee's Walk and Potter's Way. Okay. Potter's Way. And let's change this to Eevee's Walk. Alright, we've got Eevee's Walk is this whole road here, which has this walking trail going over it. And Potter's Way is this other smaller road along the riverside where all the houses are on. I think that's fantastic. Those are some good names. Good names, Crafting Rogue. Thank you. And since we did name this Eevee's Walk for walking trails, let's revisit this one that goes to the parking lot. We can do more with this. This needs to go further. This should be for more than just going to the parking lot. Could go over the parking lot and over this road. There, and now it connects this whole side of the big road with the other side. So that's a lot better, I think. This is the firehouse. I don't want to like bulldoze that or anything to move this farther. You know, if we got rid of the buildings here, we would have a little less traffic. Let's get rid of that one. Because we wouldn't have people trying to stop to pull into driveways and parking lots here. And then we would have room to put a walking trail here as well. If this just goes over here and down that way, and then we could have a walking trail from here, go up to there. So there. Now you can go, you can probably just cross this smaller street, get on the bike trail, get over here and bike all the way to your job at the tree factory, down that way. It's not really very... I don't know if that's super duper useful, but it's a little useful. At least you don't have to cross the heavy... The Eevee's walk is going to have a lot of traffic on it. And you don't have to cross Eevee's walk this way. Okay, let's do something with this triangle between... Oh, this is Eevee's way, but... this is Eevee's walk, but Potter's Way ends... And this is Willow Avenue. Let's change Willow Avenue to Potter and Eevee Street. Bad with names. Okay, so between Potter and Eevee Street and Eevee Walk, which will be really confusing, I guess, for pizza delivery people and stuff, but whatever. What should we do with this space? We've got room here to do something. I don't want to make it more tree industry. It's right next to the residential and commercial zones of Everythingburg, and it's also right between all the new stuff that we built today with Ivy Woods. So this piece here really is going to connect the two, the old city and the new city. I feel like one thing I want to do is just put in like a big park. Here we could put in a basketball court and some tennis courts, and maybe just have a big old park in here. Not that one. Here we go, a big one. Oh, hey, Crafting Rogue says Triangle should be a park. Hey, I agree. Great minds think alike. I guess I could have made it a park area, but instead I think I'm just going to fill it with park things like basketball courts, tennis courts. Actually, let's have some more of those. We'll put 2 basketball courts right next to each other and 3 tennis courts right next to each other. And then we can have a little bike path here. And maybe this eventually elevates so that we can have an elevated path over all of this stuff. Oh, hey. This could connect with the existing one over there. What? Oops. Yeah, okay. This all interconnects. Oh, did I break the electricity? I think I did, okay. There we go, okay. Electricity's back. Oh, I just got a little message from the game saying grow the city. What do you think I am doing? This whole thing, this whole day has been about growing the city. Jeez. Well, let's see. Maybe I need to move one of these tennis courts. I could move this trail over like that. And we can build another one of these elevated hookups. And this can cross over. So I like that this walking path connects up a lot of the areas from the old city. And it's now going to connect them. Oh, I'm sorry. The walking path connects a lot of areas from the new city. And now it's connecting them up with the old city. So there. Now you can live in the old city in these residential areas. Get on this trail here. And you can walk or bike down to the giant park here and the tennis courts. Or you can keep on biking down to the tree industry where maybe you have a job. You can go down here to these other houses to visit friends. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all pretty cool. And there's commercial buildings right here in the middle of it all where you can stop to get some food. I think this is a nice little area. This walking trail looks a little different in the daytime than I had imagined it. But you know what? I like it. I like it. And yeah, this triangle area is a nice little park. This is a great big giant park. And then we've got basketball and tennis courts for people to do, you know, exercise things. Sports. They can do sports. I'm such a nerd. Hey, are you guys gonna do any sports? There's some sports places here for sporting. I'll put a couple just tiny little parks there just for funsies. You guys can do some sport things here. They put in a bunch of sport stuff. And let's put in some more high-level residentials along all of this. So all of these people can take advantage of all that sports stuff. And then let's just take a look at our city services. Hospital services, not great. Let's put in a clinic right here. Fire services, it's a little weak over in the logging industry. Let's put in a fire department over here so we don't have a giant forest fire there. Police is looking okay. School, we had an elementary school down here, but these guys are not having great schooling. Let's put another elementary school there. We want everyone to be educated. Okay. Oh, missed these guys with the pipes. Sorry. All right, there you go. Running water and sewage. And then from here, they can see the machines that suck up the drinking water from the river. I'm gonna put in one more just to future-proof it. Let's try to hide those a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with them, but if you live right around them, maybe you don't want to be looking at these giant, you know, water-sucking devices. So I'll just sprinkle in some trees around here. Kind of pretty it up. Yeah. My gosh, they're so huge you can still see them, but oh well, they're a little bit hidden. Okay. Well, I think we did really well today. I think we did a good job. The forest industry we built is already level 3. This area along the river, you know, I never did put in the fishing industry, but we can do that next week. We're ready now. But this area along the river with all these residentials and commercials is lovely. A nice place to live, I think. Especially with the giant park here and the triangle. All these little riverside attractions. You can work across the street at the tree factory and live over here on the river. Beautiful view. I think we've done good work here. I think we've made a nice little area. Go my favorite sports team! That's a good one. Yeah, that's Brian Regan. Alenzia said it, but she was quoting Brian Regan. Okay, that's a good joke too. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap things up. I feel like we started with a goal in mind, developing this area along the river and growing the city, and we achieved it. We had a goal and we accomplished it, and that's a good feeling. Oh, before I log off, though, I want to look at the tram. Now that we've developed everything along here, how many people are riding our tram? Our tram had 92 passengers last week. That's not overflowingly busy, but that's pretty good, I think. I mean, that's 92 people that didn't drive on the city streets, you know, that took the mass transit instead. So less traffic, less pollution. I like that. I like that a lot. And who knows how many people are using my incredibly awesome bike paths. Nobody's on them right now that I can see, but it's the middle of the night. They probably use them more during the daytime. But yeah, if people are using walking paths and trams instead of driving on the street, then that's less traffic on the road, less pollution. That's all good. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to try to do this again next week. So tune in next time for more of Everythingburg. Oh, that's somebody using the trail. Oh, this might not be the new one, though. This might be the old one. Still, people are using the walking paths. That's cool. All right, I'll see you next week, everybody. Thank you and good night.